Up, it's Jaheim Smith once again, your credit techs, aka digital credit repair ninjas. Now I'm gonna give you 6 reasons why you should have a good credit monitoring system. Okay, 6 reasons. First of all, did you know that over 80% of credit reports have errors on them, according to statistics? Meaning your credit report likely has errors that's costing you potentially thousands of dollars per year. That's facts. Okay. What about over 54% of Americans are in debt now? It's like trillions of dollars. This is a big issue. How about this? Who was it? It was Experian. Over 15 million consumer files were breached. Somebody hacked into the credit bureaus, okay, and breached file. That's nothing compared to Equifax, who had over 147.9 million consumer files breached, okay? How about this? It was TransUnion that had to pay over $60 million because they were reporting inaccurate information. CFPB had to take them, and sue them. So do you just put your trust in their hands? According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Congress empowered us to be able to police the credit bureaus. Did you know that? We've been empowered to police them to make sure that they are reporting complete and accurate information. Some people think, that after 7 years, bad information just falls off their credit report, and it's just not the case. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So first of all, the first reason I give you that you should have a good credit monitoring system is you want to stay engaged. Whether you ask for it or not, you are in a battle for your financial future, just like we all are. Okay, so you want to stay engaged. You want to be up to date on anything that's taking place with your credit. The second reason is you want to know what's on your credit, good or bad, at any given time. Those people who had their files breached, a lot of them had, people charging things, to their credit, and they didn't even know. They didn't even know. That's one reason why you can get a free credit report from the bureaus now. It's not just because of COVID, because they were breached, and they were like, you want to know what's on your credit, and then you want to turn around and say, we can help you. It's like the wolf in the hen house. Nevertheless, it's your responsibility. Just like we were empowered, who was it? Congress said that, how did they word this? They said that the banking industry depends on accurate credit reporting. The banking industry. So if 80% of all credit reports have errors, the credit bureaus are not doing a good job, So you want to know what's on there, okay? You want to know good or bad, okay? And then also, I just mentioned about identity theft. The bureaus themselves were hacked. We're not even talking about the different corporations that were hacked and continue to be hacked, and consumers' information being exposed to thieves. Okay. Large scale. You have this taking place, people digging in trash cans and getting information and using people's credit, getting licenses and all this stuff, so it's a big deal. So, when you have a good credit monitoring system, you get alerts of anything that's taking place with your credit, and you want to stay on top of that, okay? Also, a good one will give you tips on how to build your credit. You may say, well, mine don't do that. If you have one at all, well, then you don't have a good one, because they're going to give you tips on how to build your credit or maintain your credit. Also, the last reason I'll give is a good one will also help you keep abreast of the activity of your bank account. You can tie your bank account to them and keep abreast on the movement and the things that's taking place with your bank account, because we know a lot of people, that's how they, obtain bad credit, not keeping up with their spending, not keeping up with their payments and so forth. So a good monitoring system will tie all that in there. Okay, it's not a good feeling to have, bad credit, especially if you think that you have good credit, then all of a sudden you don't, because you go to apply for a credit card or a loan, and they tell you, no, we can't do anything for you. And you're like, what are you talking about? I got great credit. And they're like, no, you don't, because you didn't keep up with your credit report, not knowing that somebody hacked it, or, the credit bureaus made some type of mistake, or your creditor, the bank or whatever, made some type of mistake. And now, so, these things are happening. So it's our job to keep abreast of what's taking place. And it's of necessity now, because there's talk about the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau taking over the credit bureaus. And now you're talking about the government getting involved with controlling credit scores and the credit reports and so forth. And once that happens, if your scores are not, say, around like 740 and above, then you're going to suffer. Okay. And that's just reality. You see people going homeless every day. Tent cities are getting bigger because this is a real life reality. And get your financial affairs in order, because some things are coming down the pipeline and you don't want to be behind the 8 ball. So I'll give a link to what I suggest. You can go where you want to, but just make sure you do your due diligence, and we'll go from there.